This challenge was kind of a tough one. I mean, I didn't participate in this one. I was sitting out, so I think it was kind of hard to watch it all kind of crumble down. We had one ring left at the end. I mean, Donathan hooked that like fifth ring right before they finished up, so it was really close, and it was hard to see that happen. I mean, it's never fun to go to tribal, but kind of is what it is, and you have to take it. The decision tonight has been a couple days in the making. When we first got here and I was trying to figure out the tribe dynamic, I was trying to see, you know, we're getting close to a merge. You have to start thinking about your long-term game, who you can align with, how you're going to survive and make it to the end of this game. And, um, you know, looking at it, I realized that I had stronger connections with some of the newer people here, like Donathan and Livy, than I did with somebody I'd been working with all along, which was Bradley. And, at first I wasn't sure because that's kind of a big move. I mean, that's kind of betraying Navidi, the original Navidi. So I've been putting a lot of thought into it. Like, is this the right move? Am I going to have repercussions from voting out somebody who is an original Navidi? But, you've got to start making moves in this game now if you want to survive. And he hasn't, been a good ally of mine, and I think it's time for him to go. Bradley thinks that we're going with Libby tonight. He thinks that she's the bigger threat out of the two Malolos that are here at Navidi with us. So, I kind of had a conversation with him to see where his head was at. He thinks that Libby's the bigger threat because she might have more people she can align with once the merge happens, and Donathan will be a little bit easier to read and to kind of manipulate, I guess. So he wants Libby out. I kind of agreed. Dom kind of agreed. He thinks that she's going tonight. So I think it'll be a big surprise, a big blindside tonight if it works out the way that we intend it to. So the reason why it's good is because right now Navidi holds the numbers. When we merge, we absolutely have the numbers. And Bradley has a lot of connections on Navidi. He's really close with Kellen. He's really close with Wendell. There's a lot of people that he could rope in and form, an alliance with. And he's not somebody that I feel like, he's someone that would dispose of me pretty quickly, I think, in this game. And I think that's why it's a good move for me, because once I eliminate him, all of a sudden Kellen is my alliance, not my alliance through him or something like that. So, you're he's a powerful player. He's a powerful strategist, and he's dangerous, and he's thrown out my name before, and so I know it wouldn't be long before he came and was trying to turn the tide on me. So, for me, it makes the most sense because I think that the repercussions are going to be lesser. Because Dominic and I, we're kind of a team right now, and so we can say, like, he was kind of going crazy and gunning for me, and people, I think, are gonna let it slide, especially pre-merge. And sometimes you've got to make some big moves before that merge happens, because then you don't get a chance again. The numbers may change, the situations may change, so you kind of got to make these moves when you can. Right now, the way it looks, Libby doesn't really have a lot of people on the other side. She's maybe got some people from the original Malolo, but besides that, she doesn't really have anyone else, so she's not as much of a threat post-merge. And her and I have a really good connection. Some people say it's iffy or whether or not you can trust her, but her and I have a really good connection, so I think she's somebody that could potentially be good for me to use down the road. She's a little bit easier to work with than Bradley, who likes to control everything. The only thing that could go wrong tonight is Bradley gets wind of what we're planning and he has something to save himself. If he found a hidden immunity idol or an advantage, you never know. That stuff pops up all the time in this game, and I think that's why we're trying to be so careful to not give him any clue of what's actually going on, so that he doesn't get spooked and try anything crazy where one of us could go home.